Hi everyone, welcome to another Ukulele Live Jam with me, Matt Stead. I hope you're all keeping terrifically well and everything's good where you are. Tonight we're going with a Hawaiian theme, and you'll see why later on, but many of you will know that my favourite music comes from Hawaii. All the slap key guitar, the amazing ukulele tunes, absolutely love it. So we're going to celebrate that today with two classics. We're going to do Elvis's Blue Hawaii, or was it? We might learn that it's actually Bing Crosby who did that first. And a really lovely Haole Hula tune called Haole Hula, which is really, really cool as well. So let me know how it is where you are. It's actually gone quite cool here, thankfully. We were absolutely melting last week, and we seem to have gone back to normal, which is great. It was a bit. I don't want to complain. You don't want to complain about sun, do you? But it was a little bit warm last week. Hi, Derek. So bit more back to normal today, which is great. Hi, Karen. Hi, guys. So yeah, fantastic. Let me know how it is where you guys are. Hi Teresa, hope you're doing well. So just as I introduce a few people on screen, just remember that you can still download your sheets completely for free. Just follow the link in the description or in the comments and you'll find them there, no problem. Oh, Leslie's saying it feels like Hawaii here in Rhode Island today. I love that. Fantastic. I don't know why your avatars have all gone absolutely tiny when I bring you in for some reason at the moment, but I'll get that sorted for next time. But hope you're all good. Oh, still hellishly hot in Germany, says Indrani. Oh my goodness me, it's crazy. Just to let you know, just a bit of a heads up that we are going to have a week off next week, purely because it's my son's school play. He's going to big school, what we call over here comprehensive school. If we've got any Americans, that's like, I guess it'd be like high school that he'll be going to from September. So it's his school play and I can't miss it. And so it's Robin Hood and he's got one of the star parts. He's Sheriff of Nottingham. So he's playing a baddie, which is quite good fun, right? So I'll be away next Monday, but I'll be back the weekend after that, just so you know. Hi Michelle, hi Rebecca, hi Anthony, hope you're all doing well. Fantastic. So just a couple of things to let you know. One of the most exciting things I wanted to show you is that on this Wednesday, so this one coming up, we've got our first Learn Ukulele Club, which I'm really excited about. So remember, this is in place of the fortnightly lessons. We're going to meet up once a month in the evening. You can watch it back as well, guys, if you can't make it. And we're going to make it feel and have that really lovely feel of a ukulele club, really kind of joyful, happy, getting together, sharing news, sharing ideas and all that sort of thing. So we're going to start at 7 o'clock. We can have a little catch up just to introduce the club night and see how you all are. Then we're going to have the not quite open mic where you guys are going to perform via video. If you want to send one in, ping one in soon. I think I've got 2 for Wednesday, but we could do with one more. So if you have got a video, ping it in. And if we get too many to do this time, we'll just carry them over to next time. And we'll all cheer each other on, it should be fantastic. And then at 7:30 we'll have our what would have been like our fortnightly workshop. We'll have our special monthly workshop where I'll teach you a particular skill or a piece of repertoire. And then 8:15 we'll do an Ask Matt. You know how you guys sometimes email me with questions and I'll reply to help out? Well, this is going to be everyone doing it together. So email any questions to do with ukuleles. Could be ones you're looking at buying, could be tuning, could be a piece of music that you're struggling with, and let us know and I'll help you live online, which should be really good fun. And then at 8:30, we'll have a bit of community discussion. And the important thing there is I want you guys to help decide what we're doing next. So I'm taking all of your considerations into account. And then we're going to have a little bet, not bet, sounds weird, a little poll on which was the best suggestion, which should be great. And I think the one for next time is going to be Don't Get Round Much Anymore. That kind of classic jazz arrangement. We're going to take a look at that, which is lovely. Lovely breeze in Bath. Love it. Fantastic. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to tell you about, which is part of the reason we're doing our Hawaii night tonight. I'll see if I can get this video to... We've got our Aloha Britain. This is next summer. I'm doing a very special Hawaii Britain Ukulele Summit, which I'm dead excited about. Really, really excited. What we're doing is I'm inviting some of the best players from Hawaii to come over and teach you. So we've got our good friends Craig and Sarah, Craig Chi, Sarah Maisel, who are going to come over. And it's the first time we've had them over for years. So really, really excited about that. And I think they're bringing Cameron too, which is great. And then we're also going to have Jeff Peterson, Grammy Award winning, lives, breathes and plays Hawaiian music. And then we've also got Corey Mao, who is an amazing ukulele player. He's sponsored by Kanalea, and he's going to teach us about the history of the relationship between Britain and Hawaii, teach you some Hawaiian as well as playing ukulele. So check all that out. It's on the website. The easiest way to find it is just alohabritain.com. That will take you to the Ukulele Festival of Great Britain site, but it has a dedicated page on there. I'm just going to write it out and bring it in so you can all see what I am on about. There we go. It's this one here. Look, alohabritain.com if you want to come and take part in that. And one more thing, which I'm really excited about, which is happening next month. If any of you UK peeps want to come and join me, I've got a special one-day event in Birmingham, which I'm really excited about. This is with Matt Parkin from the Learn Ukulele, Awesome Ukulele Academy. Great guy, really, really brilliant, fun teacher as well. And we're going to, sorry guys, jumping all over the place. We're going to teach you some fingerstyle playing, so some chord melody playing. We're going to have jamming, have some open mic opportunities and all sorts. It's £40 and that includes a pizza buffet as well, which I think is actually a bargain. So come along to that if you're interested. Details are on my website on the events page on there. Okay, whew, I think that's everything. Let's get started on our first two songs then. Oh, Laura's got a room booked for the Hawaiian retreat. Fantastic. Oh, I think I might have just worked out how to make the avatars bigger. Sorry, being a bit distracted. Let me just see if I can do it. I think I've worked it out. If you notice that all your avatars when I bring you on screen are tiny, I think this little dial here does it. Let me see what this does. See if that works. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got Laura. Fantastic. Brilliant, brilliant. So I think we're good to go. Anthony's booked as well. Love it. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Brilliant. Okay, right, let's have a look at our first two songs tonight. You know how it all works. So we're going to have our chord boxes, Kanikapila style. I'll talk you through the colours and how all the chords go together. And then we'll have our sheets that have the lyrics on as well, if you prefer the kind of traditional way of looking at it. One more thing for tonight, which is really, really excited. I've almost forgot to tell you about. I'm going to teach you how to do a 5-finger Hawaiian roll. That's kind of like a Hawaiian triplet, but even more complicated. So if you like a bit of Hawaiian technique or just kind of showy offy technique in a good way on the ukulele, I'm going to show you how to do that shortly. So stay tuned for that. Let's have a look at what's happening for this one. We're in the key of C with this one. In fact, I think both of our songs are in the people's key today, the key of C. Excuse me, just sit up a sec. And this one uses the most common chords that come up in the key of C, which is the 1 chord, C, the 4 chord, C, D, E, F, So C, F, and then the 5 chords C, D, E, F, G. And we're playing that as a G7. Remember, each of those chords in any key, we can give them numbers, just literally where they appear in the scale. 1 for C, C, D, E, 4 for F, and so on and so forth. And each one of those chords in any key has the same personality. Our 1 chord is yellow because it's happy and home and everything feels rested. The 5 chord, G7 in this case, is bright red because it creates a sense of tension. It's like we've hit a wall and we need to go back again. And you'll notice on the first line, that's exactly what we have going on. We have C setting us off on a journey. That's home. We have the tension of 5. And then back to the 1 chord. Now, you might have heard a lot of Hawaiian music. It has kind of things like this in it, these little... just kind of these little turnarounds that come up again and again. And basically all that's happening there in terms of chords is the 1 chord C. Da, 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 going back to 1 again. So the most common Hawaiian chords are the 1 and the 5, and then to create a sense of movement and change, the 4 chord, and that's yellow. Orange. Why is it orange? Because it's halfway between yellow and red, you can think of it as. So it quite often leads you into the 5 chord or out of the 5 chords. So that's what we've got mostly going on there. Really, really simple. Remember, each one of these boxes is 4 beats or a measure long. So if you wanted to play the first, let's do a first couple of lines, easy peasy lemon squeezy. For this one, for both of these tonight, I'm going to do a classic island strum. If you ever hear anyone mention the island strum, what they mean is this walk, running, 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 walk, running, 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 down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's your classic kind of Hawaiian strum, isn't it? So if I was to do this first section, it would sound like this. C, G7, back to C, and we've got 2 of these Cs, and then we go again, second line, C, G7, C. Now, I don't know how easy it is for you to spot it, but can you see at the end of that line? I'm so sorry, guys. I really got to buy a new chair. This one, I just keep getting lower and lower. Can you see here we've got a C7 right at the end? The reason that works is that when you turn a normal C chord into a C7, it gives it even more tension. It feels like it wants to go somewhere. So if I do a normal C chord, there it is. Notice how it feels kind of rested and complete, like the home chord should. But then if I turn it into a C7, we change the colour to red because it makes it feel like it wants to go somewhere. Here it is. And dominant 7th chords, those chords with a 7 next to them, they really like to resolve to a chord that they're 5 above. And this is where that really cool circle of fifths comes in, which I've put in your resource sheets at the back. Oh, I thought I had, but I hadn't. That's annoying. Sorry, guys. But there's another way to think about it, which is nice and easy. I might have a circle of fifths here. Ah, yeah. Let me bring in this, and I'll bring this on screen. I'll just put it up here. So circle of fifths is where you have looks a bit like a clock. And we have the chords going around clockwise or anti-clockwise. And when we go around the circle of fifths clockwise, i.e. from, say, C to G to D to A, we call that going up a fifth each time, because C to G, C, D, E, F, G. Can you see how that's a fifth apart? G to D, G, A, B, C, D. That's a fifth apart. D to A, D, E, F sharp, G, A. That's a fifth apart. And our ears love the sound of going anti-clockwise around the circle of fifths, because it really kind of has this feel of tension and resolution, which our ears have just been trained to love over the years doing that. Now, the reason I tell you that is if I go back to our Haole Hula sheets, here we go, on this one, we've got a circle of fifths going on here, and you can kind of spot it with the colours because there's so much red. Those are kind of secondary dominant, those dominant seventh chords that want to resolve down. So this C7 is 5 above the F at the start of the next line. Believe it or not, then we have A7, D7 and G7. Wow, A7 is 5 above D7, D7 is 5 above G7, and G7 is 5 above C. So if you ever get a load of these chords in a key and you think, why are they there and why are they all seventh chords? It's a feel of tension and resolution. So in the second line we have that F chord, just your bog standard F. Then A7. Notice that really wants to go to this D7. And we're going to do the Hawaiian D7 today because we're in Hawaii, right? That weight makes you want to go to a G7. And that makes you want to go to a C. And because we've got a nice happy yellow major chord, that's where it feels finished, it feels resolved. So what the Hawaiians love to do is something called a turnaround, which is like a set of chords that make you want to go back to the start again. In this case, we've got C, C sharp diminished 7. That sounds really complex, but it's really easy to do. We just put 2 fingers here, 0, 1, 0, 1, from nose to toes. And then that comes into a G7. And notice on the next measure it says NC. That means no chords, so we just don't play anything at all. Now what I want you to do is, after you do this C, come back with your middle 2 fingers, so not your index, not your pointer. Because when you go to the G7, you can slide these forward. Okay. This is a really common thing to happen. It happens in Blue Hawaii, which we're going to do later on as well. Happens in Honolulu Moon, loads of Hawaiian songs. This happens, this C sharp diminished. It's often called a diminished jazz vamp. And it will sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you can just play one more and rest it. So C, diminished, G7, and rest. Okay, fantastic. Let's try one of these verses through then. I'll bring the page up with the lyrics and we can have a try of, let's do this first verse. Verse A, here we go. So nice and slow island strum. Come in on the word strain. It's not a nice word, is it, to start with? Not that kind of straining. Okay. When I hear the strings of that sweet Alekoki stealing from afar of guitar, pain ain't no C7. When Lily Way makes you sway in the moonlight, I know the reason why fair Hawaii haunts you so. Back to the start. If you want to make it really bounce at the end like I did on that G7, what you could do is 2 down strums, but the first one, let all the tension go out your fingers as soon as you've strummed it. So rather than this, you get this sound. See how I'm just deadening it? And then you squeeze again and strum again, and this time let it ring out. So you get this pop, 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 pop. Isn't that lovely? It kind of really makes that G7 pop into the next bit, which is really glorious and lovely. Okay, next bit, you're basically there actually, because if you have a look, and this is again why the colour system works so nicely. If you ignore that bottom line there, Notice that just a quick glance at the colours and boxes, you can see that verse B is exactly the same as verse A until we get to these last few chords down here. And then instead of the first turnaround, this time we get a C for 4, D7, G7 and C. And then right at the end we have another G7 that makes us go to the top. You might have heard this turnaround loads in Hawaiian music. It's like the epitome, if you like, of Hawaiian music, that 5 dominant 7th to another dominant 7th, and then that C chord 2-5-1 progression. Really nice, right? So again, just think about which fingers you're using. If you've got C for a measure, if you use these 2 fingers, you can then just move both down and form that G7, out to C, and back to G7. And because each of those is half a box, guys, remember that's half a measure each on those, okay? I'll do the whole of this bottom line and this measure underneath as well. So we'll go from this G7 at the start of this line, just so you can see it with close cam. 2, 3, 4, G7. Another one. Back home to C. 2 D7s, 2 G7s, C, G7, and we're back to the start. Lovely, isn't it? If you get lost on that turnaround, don't sweat it at all. What you can do is just get ready to come back in on the C at the start of the next verse, and you'll be right as rain. Be absolutely fine. Okay, let's start having a bit of fun then. Let's have a look at a technique. So we're going to look at this brilliant Hawaiian 4-finger roll. Sorry, 5-finger roll. I'm underselling it. 5 fingers. Now, let me show you what's going on in slow motion, and then we'll put it all together. So this is for this bit that sounds like... Okay, let's have a look at the motion. It sounds really complex, but actually, when you break it down, it's not half as bad as it seems, okay? The thing that makes it a little bit awkward is we're starting this strum, or this kind of technique, with an up strum. Now, the way most Hawaiians did this originally was to use the thumb to strum up. So the nail side of the thumb. And that's why it's called a 5-finger roll, because the thumb is in use, then 4 fingers, and then the thumb again. So thumb, all your fingers. So it's a 5-finger roll. It uses all of these, right? I actually prefer, just because I find it smoother, the up strum at the start. I like to just use my finger. It just feels way more comfortable than using the nail side of that thumb. So either's fine. I'm just going to hold the strings here so it just creates this chucking noise so you can hear what's going on. But join in with me. We're going to do an up strum with either your thumb or your finger. Then we're going to do a Hawaiian triplet. This is something that I've shown many of you before. To really smooth it out with a triplet, rather than just using this 1 finger, which is how I teach it for beginners, what we could do is use all 4 fingers and just imagine, rather than strumming them down like this, imagining that you're unfolding your hand. The fingers are unfolding like this. The reason that's brilliant is it's way less movement. My arm hardly has to move up and down. Just unfold those fingers. Okay. Let's put that together, what we've learned so far. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Now the down strum that we do is the start of a triplet. And when I'm doing triplets, I like to think about it as a 3-syllable word, even though it's not, right? It's triplet, technically, isn't it? Let's think of triplet. Let's imagine it as triplet. Triplet, 3 parts, okay? So what you've done is up, tri, Now we need to do the let of the triplet, if you like. So what we're going to do after you've come up, down. Now what you're going to do next is just strum that thumb over the strings and then come back up again. I'll show you what I mean. I'll put all of that together. Up, triple, up, triple, up, fingers, thumb, up, fingers, thumb, up, triple. Now, believe it or not, we've only got one more thing to do, and that's put the final syllable on the end, the let, of the triplet. That will look like this: up, triple, let. That's the end, just an up strum. Okay. So remember, we start with an up, triple, let. You got that? Up, triple, let. Okay. Up, triple, let. And this is one of those things you just got to practice round and round. Just see if you can get it faster and faster each time. Up, triple, let. Up, triple, let. Now, very last bit, you've done a triplet. All we need to do is a normal down strum to finish off the whole thing. And this, honestly, I know it sounds complicated, but this makes sense now because you've got an up and a down and a triplet in the middle. You'll see. Up, triplet, down. Up, triplet, down. Up, triplet, down. Up, triplet, down. And that's it. That's the Hawaiian 5-finger roll. And what you do is you do that on a D7 once, up, triplet, down. You change to G7, you do exactly the same thing, up, triplet, down, and then you strum your C to finish off. Again, it's slow motion. Up, triplet, down, up, triplet, down, and C. Up, triplet, down, up, triplet, down, C. How cool is that? Works in any Hawaiian song in the key of D. It sounds really, really fantastic. Yeah, and Johnny, a bit like a fan strum, but you know, sometimes with a fan strum, you really flick those fingers out. Just keep it smoother than that. Just imagine you're strumming down with all 4 stringers, but no flick or anything. Just straight down like that, and you'll be absolutely fine. And it sounds great. If you struggle with that, don't sweat it at all. Just do a normal strum with me. Fine, but if you want to put that together, a triplet strum, a triplet strum, it's really cool. Might be one of those techniques that you need to take away and work on for a little bit, but when you get it, it sounds fantastic. And you can do it in any key. Basically, it's just a 2-5-1 in any key. So, for instance, if we were in the key of G, that would be C7, D7, and G. So it's brilliant. You can do it in all these different keys, which is really, really exciting. I think I was doing the wrong chord at the start there, but you get the idea in any one. Oh, Tim says it's blowing crazy on Windward Oahu. Late because he was battening down the hatches. Wow. You've got the stormy weather. Stormy weather. I hope it's all right though, Tim. I hope you stay safe and everything. So, yeah. Very, I was going to say very un-Hawaiian weather, but it's not really, is it, Tim? On that windward side, you do get the rain, don't you, a lot? Suzanne saying, such a good explainer. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Suzanne. Really appreciate that. That's lovely of you to say. You guys are brilliant. Michelle saying, sounds great, but I'm fumble fingers. We'll need to work on this one. I'm exactly the same as you, to be honest, Michelle. A lot of these techniques, the only reason I can do them is because I've done them like a million times. So just take it really slow and build up your speed over time. Up, triple it down. Up, triple it down. sometimes when I'm practicing, I would just take everything really slow and just keep it going round and round. If you haven't got a partner sat next to you watching the telly, the reason I say that is if you've got a partner watching the telly and you do it, it drives them absolutely mad. Well, it does my wife, Sharon. But if you're on your own and you just want to practice, stick the telly on and just practice without chords, just going round and round, and you'll get it for sure. Okay. That's basically it. Now, there's one other thing. If you want to do a solo for this one, we're in the key of C. And the brilliant thing about the key of C, remember, is that we can do my little trick where you can play all of the dots on the A string. You'll see exactly what I mean in a second. Oh, thanks, Di. You guys are lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You're right, Anthony. We shall get you there, I promise. Just take it nice and slow. Yeah, thanks, guys. I meant to say, you know how much I love Kanikapilas and I love hanging out with you guys. Just to let you know, I forgot to say, after the Lower Britain event that we're doing next summer, on the event is going to be Friday, Saturday and Sunday in Tewkesbury, which is where I was born and where my parents live now. On the Monday that follows, we're going to have a Learn Ukulele with Matt club get together. You know, our little club that we're doing this Wednesday, and all of us in the club on the website and everything. What I'm going to do is completely free. Anyone can turn up on the Monday. Even if you're not at the retreat, you can come along if you're a Learn Ukulele member. And we're basically going to hang out in Tewkesbury. So I'm going to show you the Peregrine Falcons at the top of the Abbey. We'll take a lovely walk along the river. We're going to have a jam on the Ham as long as it's not raining. That's this beautiful water meadow next to the River Severn. And then we're going to go to my favourite pub, which is called the Black Bear, and it's the oldest pub in Gloucestershire. And I know because I did my history project on it. Okay, so that's completely free. That's going to be August. No, it's not. It's going to be June next year. So just wanted to mention it for anyone that's coming. If you want to stay an extra day, come and join up with me for that free event. It's going to be loads of fun. Okay, right. So as I was saying before I got distracted, I think my brain, after all the heat and everything, has gone a little bit fuzzy. This is what I was on about. Here's the pentatonic scale. Also, here's the 5-finger roll trick written out as well, if you prefer thinking in terms of number. And 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. Up, triple it down. Up, triple it down. But here's that pentatonic scale. So if you fancy having a solo in this one, you can hit your open A string, 1 nearest the floor, and you can hit all of your dots. If I tip this way so you can see the dots on my uke up here, you can hit the 3rd fret. Some ukes don't have a dot on the 3rd, others do, but no, you can hit off and 3. You can hit 5, 7, 10. So literally any fret that has a dot on it, you can hit, and that will give you the notes to solo with. And remember, you can also do the same on the E string. It's just we've got one unusual one that we need to look out for. We're not going to hit this when we go to the 8th fret. That's the only difference, look, between the two strings. Just avoid that 7th. We're going to go up to 8, which is really lovely. So hit any of those dots. And remember, you can look for little patterns like off 3, or maybe 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay. And you can even fill in the gaps. Rather than 3, 5, you can hit 3, 4, 5. As long as you resolve a note, it sounds fab. That's absolutely fine as well. So you can have loads of fun. And I find on kind of these Haole Hula songs, the kind of fun Hawaiian songs, it sounds really nice if you do hit some of the wrong notes and then resolve them, which is really, really nice. Suzanne's got a question. Oh, thanks, Anthony, as well. I'll talk about that in a sec. So Suzanne, the pentatonic scale, is it just for noodling around with solos? Yeah, kind of. I guess it depends how you think about it. In terms of Kanikapila and playing with others, you can think of that as a scale that fits any song that's in the key, in a particular key. So C pentatonic fits with songs in C, G pentatonic in G. And it will allow you to solo really easily by kind of noodling around. Remember, we also need to think about rhythm and timing and groove, but those are the basic notes. The reason I say it's not just that is if you're into music theory and you're a composer, a lot of people will compose melodies using those pentatonic scales. You know, even like some of the most famous kind of melodies of all time come from that pentatonic scale. And the reason it exists, the reason it's called pentatonic is it has 5 notes and it cuts out the 2 notes that clash with certain chords. Basically, it's like a safe way of hitting the notes without any of them sounding wrong. But remember, as long as you resolve a note, which means you just go to a right note eventually, it sounds really sweet even if you hit the wrong notes. I'll show you what I mean, because I was going to do a little play to the backing track anyway so you can hear it. Let me just put on the backing track. Give me a sec, hopefully this works. Here we go. So first off, I've just played the notes from the C pentatonic scale and I'll just play them really slowly so you can get an idea. And then I can also hit those notes in between. Watch this. It shouldn't work, some of those notes, right? Isn't that cool? So feel free if you want to hit some of the what we often refer to as the wrong notes. They can sound really, really great. I'll be your backing track in a sec and you can have a go at that. Anthony, the reason I'm using this uke, even though it's not a Hawaiian uke, is it's really precious to me. And you might have seen my logos. Like, I'm trying to see if I've got one available. You know, this kind of Studio Ghibli picture that I have made of me. The original photo was taken in Hawaii using this ukulele, and it was made by Bo Hannum. And he's based in California, and it was cheaper for him to send it to Hawaii for me to collect, because I was there doing a holiday and some teaching, than it was for him to send it to England. So it actually arrived in my hotel room in Waikiki. So I think of this as my Hawaiian uke. And of course it's made of Hawaiian koa on the back and sides, which is really cool. But it's also a bit of home, because this pattern on the headstock is the River Severn. In fact, so I just thought of this. If I was to follow this river all the way up here, up here to about there. There we go. That's where Tewkesbury is. That's where Tewkesbury is. This is where I live now, about here. And down here we'd have Bristol and Cardiff up here. So it's the whole of the River Severn. And if you hold it at the right angle, because it's the kind of, it delineates England and Wales in places, it actually says "Here be dragons" in Latin. Isn't that cool? So Bo Hannum, he's a very clever ukulele builder. I love the rosette as well. It's cool, isn't it? Okay, right, so let me be your backing track and then you guys can have a practice at soloing and then we'll put it all together and play. Here we go. 1, 2, oh, hang on, I need the sheet so I can actually remember the chords. Sorry guys, give me just a sec. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try using those pentatonics. Any of the dots on your A string. Going, guys. So have a little try at noodling away when we put it all together, and it should sound absolutely lovely. And remember, if you want to do the triplets bit that we were doing, the 5-finger rolls, it might be too soon for some of you, and that's absolutely fine, because I've only just taught you the technique. But if you want to do them, it's on this D7, G7 bit here right at the end, or at the end of verse B. See, there's that D7, G7 each time if you want to have a go. That's it. Let's put the whole thing together. Let's have a little play. This is what I love. Suzanne was just saying, what fun. And this is what I love about Hawaiian music. It's why I call these events Kanikapilas rather than just live jam. Because in Hawaiian, just literally, it means playing music together. And you know, I've been using a bit of a catchphrase recently because it kind of stands for everything that I love. Kind of music is better when we play together. In Hawaii, Kanikapila just means getting together, and groups of people sit on their porch, in their garage, on their lawn, on the beach, sit in a circle, and they'll just share tunes. Nothing's written down, and I love that. And now you can kind of play using these pentatonic scales and start to enjoy the structure of songs. You could do that, which is really exciting. So this is like our virtual Kanikapila, isn't it? So yeah. Oh, thanks, Colin. Thank you. It's kind of like my dream uke. I absolutely love this uke. It means so much to me, particularly because of the River 7 thing. The only reason I haven't played it in a long time is I had it tuned as a baritone, because sometimes I just really love playing that tenor baritone tuning. And then I thought, I'm not getting the best out of this uke. I'm hardly ever playing it because it's baritone and I need to teach standard tuning. So that's why it's back. It's tuned low G, but normal sort of tuning. Okay, let's give it a go then, guys. We'll roll a C, okay, to get us going, and just join in with me and let's enjoy it. It's got some falsetto in this, so if anyone's windows break as we're playing, I apologise. Let's just roll a C to get us going. Here we go. When I hear the strings of that sweet alagoki stealing from afar of guitar piano, when Lily Ray makes you sway in the moonlight, I know the reason why fair Hawaii wants you so. Lovely blue of sky and the sapphire of the ocean, and the flashing white of clouds and waves foaming crest, the many shades of green from the plain to the mountain, with all the brightest hues of the rainbow, we are blessed. Try a solo. Hit those pentatonics, or you can just strum with me. Swish of rain as it sweeps down the valleys. That's for Tim. Hear the song of wind as it sighs through the trees. Hear the crash of waves and the rocks and the beaches. Hear the hissing sound and the boom of the seas. Love to dance and swing of the charms of Hawaii. tell of the spell of my islands. Be in love with them too. Sorry, I got the words wrong. Last bit. You'll be in love with them too. Final turnaround. And again. Well done, everyone. Sorry I got that last verse wrong. I was thinking of something to tell you with the lyrics, and I kind of did that classic teachers thing where I forgot that it's like, oh, I must tell them about this, I must tell them about that. Oh, hang on, I'm meant to be playing a song. My brain went two places at once. So we'll do that one more time in a minute anyway, just so you can have a play around with it. Let me know what you think. It's a lovely, lovely song. You'll find in the fascinating facts that Indrani did this this week. You'll find some brilliant fascinating facts about the two songs in the back of your sheets. And it's interesting, this song's what is often called Haole Hula, which basically means music from, it's almost like white men's music or music from afar from the islands, because in the kind of 1920s going into the 30s, the ukulele boom went massive on the mainland in America, and a lot of Hawaiian music came over with various world fairs and expositions and the ukulele itself. And you had a lot of this music that was written on the mainland or by kind of white people, often in America, about the exoticness of the island. So you get a lot of cheesy stuff like, you know, like My Little Grass Shack and Ukulele Lady and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of people love that. And in fact, a lot of native Hawaiians still love playing that stuff today, which is great. But that's what the term means. And this one's written by Alex Anderson. We're not sure whether it's 27 or 1934, but it's been performed by so many great ukulele players over the years. One of the things that I love about this song, even though it's as I say, it's what often called Haole Hula, which can often be really cheesy, it also has the sense of place, which is really important in traditional Hawaiian music. So in traditional Hawaiian, they often call that, I'm probably going to get this wrong, and it's absolutely fine if I do. Don't shout at me. I think it's called La'aina. I think I'm pronouncing that right, La'aina. And that means a song about a place. So you get all these songs about particular places, you know, like Honolulu Moon. You might have what we Kauai Beauty and things like that. And I love that this has that feel of it. You know, we're singing about the sapphire ocean, the flashing white of cloud, the many shades of green from the plain to the mountains. So it's a song like, you know, which is really, really cool, which is nice. Funny enough, Karen, you beat me to it. Sarah does a killer version of this song. The first time I ever heard this song was Sarah and Craig playing it. So I absolutely, I absolutely adore this song. That I saw them playing it. I think they played it when they came over to the UK the first time, and I fell in love with it. So I kind of learnt it from them. And as Indrani mentions in the Fascinating Facts, though, if you're interested, Jeff Peterson has a chord melody version of this, which you can learn, which is fantastic as well. So check out Jeff and Sarah and Craig's versions. They're really, really lovely and worth checking on. Let's play it one more time, and then we'll get on to a bit of Elvis. Oh. Okay, so one more time round, just for fun. Here we go. Let's roll that scene. When I hear the strings of that sweet Alekoki stealing from afar off guitar Peneno Lily Hue makes you sway in the moonlight. I know the reason why Fair haunts you so. Lovely blue of sky and the sapphire flashing white of cloud and of waves foaming crests, the many shades of green from the plain to the mountain, with all the brightest hues of the rainbow, we are blessed. Take an instrumental. Keep it going, guys. Start bringing those solos to a close, and here's our turnaround. Hear the swish of rain as it sweeps down the valleys. I hear the song of winds as it sighs through the trees. Hear the crash of waves on the rocks and the beaches. I hear the hissing sound and the boom of the seas. Love to dance and swing with the charms of Hawaii. From a joyful heart, sing aloha to you. In every note I'll tell of the spell of my islands, for then I know that you'll be in love with them too. For then I know that you'll be in love with them too. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a lovely song, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Really does remind me of being in Hawaii as well, of all those kind of the really nice descriptors there, which is really lovely. Did anyone ever watch? I don't know if any of you have been with me that long, but the very, very first kind of live lesson that I did from Hawaii was with Sarah and Craig. So I've known Sarah and Craig for years, and they're just such brilliant, beautiful people. And they really took me in. When we visited Oahu, we spent almost as much time in Sarah and Craig's backyard as we did on the beach, because we just loved hanging out with them. We had these lovely lunches together. Kids got to hang out with Cameron. And I did a workshop on Don't Get Round Much Anymore, which, funnily enough, we're doing for the club next month. Not this week, but next month. Oh, Karen saw it. Amazing. Well, it was absolutely funny because it was boiling hot when I got the Uber over to Sarah and Craig's. Sharon and the kids came a little bit later. And then we started doing this. We started doing the live lesson recorded in their lounge, and the rain came down so heavy that people could barely hear me talk because it was just like on the rooftop. Eventually, it cheered up, which was lovely. We went outside and did a bit. But afterwards, we walked up the Manoa Valley, and we went up to this beautiful, beautiful waterfall right at the top of the valley in Manoa, and the rain came down again, and I don't think I've ever been so wet in my whole life. It was like torrential, but it was still warm and it was still beautiful, and we had such a great time there because the rain brought out all sorts of creatures. So I know they're not indigenous, but we saw loads of chameleons, which was really cool. We saw some brilliant bird life, and just had loads of fun. So it was absolutely great. Oh, Tim saw it as well. I love it. Next time if I come to Hawaii, we're going to meet up, Tim, whether you like it or not. All right, so I don't know when that'll be, but hopefully I'll get over again at some point. I really fell in love with the islands. I just loved it. I love the way of life as well, and the kind of aloha spirit and everything. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get these your comments to come out properly. I've shrunken them again. That's better. Okay, fantastic. Brilliant, brilliant. Fabulous. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. You better, says Tim. Thank you. I'd love to, mate. I'd love to. We really loved it your way as well, because obviously I visited Jeff Peterson in Kanikapila. Went up to his house and we went down to the beach afterwards and we had a lovely time. You know where that lovely outlet comes out into the sea? You've got the bridge and then the water below. The kids built holes and they met some Hawaiian kids there, and they were all collecting crabs and putting them in the holes. So that was a really lovely experience. I love it down that way. Okay, let's have a look at a bit of Elvis then. A classic bit of Elvis. Now I say Elvis, but as Indrani mentions in the Fascinating Facts in the back, this was actually originally sung by Bing Crosby a long time before Elvis recorded it. I think Elvis's was 1961, I think. The original was 1930s, and Bing Crosby sang it for a film called Waikiki Wedding. I don't know if any of you have seen that film. I've not actually. I've seen Blue Hawaii a ton of times, but I'll have to look it up. Waikiki Wedding with Bing Crosby. Elvis famously covered this for the album, and of course the film Blue Hawaii, which I love. Again, loads of cheesy bits in it, but it's Elvis. You've got to love it, right? You got to love him. So I'm gonna base this kind of on Elvis's version because that's the one I know best. So I'm gonna keep it nice and kind of bluesy, baritone-y, nice and deep. You know, it should be really, really nice. So let's have a look at what's happening with this one. Thanks, Steve. Brilliant, brilliant. You're welcome anytime at all. Come and join us. So similar chords again. We know they're similar chords because of the colour system. What do I mean by that? Well, you can just glance. It's yellows, oranges and red again. And like I say, a lot of Hawaiian music is just those chords, the C, F and G in the key of C. Many wouldn't even have all these secondary dominant chords like this A7. Particularly if you listen to the Hawaiian Renaissance stuff from the 1970s. People like Gabi Paenui, Keola Bima, Raymond Kane. A lot of the songs that they played, these traditional songs that they worked out for slack key guitar, C, F and G7. Or in their case, because they played mostly in the key of G, G, C and D. So that's what we've got going on here. In terms of the chords themselves, really, really simple. Got just bog standard C, nothing wrong with that, beautiful sounding chord. That's our home chord, it's yellow, it's happy, it's the place we feel safe and we travel from. Then we go on a little walk down the garden path via the F chord and back home. Da, 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 in blue Hawaii. And then, you know the circle of fifths stuff I was banging on about for the first song? Well, this is doing exactly the same trick, okay? A7 is 5 above D7, that follows it. D7 is 5 above G7, that's why it wants to move to it. And C is 5 below G7. So basically all the red is tension, one chord after another, moving backwards around the circle of fifths until we get to C where it stops, because it's a major chord. So it's kind of just a way of delaying getting back home, if you like. Okay, so from the A7, D7, you can just do your Hawaiian 2 fingers, G7, and then at the end we've got a D7, G7, and that takes us into the next verse. If you wanted to, if you're feeling crazy on the D7, G7, you could do your little Hawaiian 5-finger rolls, but you don't have to. As I say, you need to learn those first. It might take a bit of getting used to, but notice really familiar chords, which is great. Let's try a verse of that really slowly so you can see how that works on close cam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Night and you and blue Hawaii. The night is heavenly and you are heaven to me. Number one. Lovely you and blue Hawaii. With all this loveliness, there should be love. Now this time we have C, F, C, C7. Now that's really similar, isn't it, to what we did in the last song? Do you remember? We had that C7 leading to an F chord. Really common thing to do. It's this bit down here. And that's because when we get a new section of music, and this is one of those key things that I want you to remember when we're studying Kanikapila, stuff like this. When we start a new section like the bridge, the two most common chords are the relative minor, the 6th chord, don't sweat the theory, and the 4 chord, in this case F. So we know that's the most likely chord to come up. Just helps you kind of figure out stuff by ear if you want to. Now, if I just have a look at these 4 chords here, let's come in here. Hi Karen, by the way. We've got C, F, C, C7. I want you to notice something. If I don't play that C7 at the end, notice the song feels finished. It's done, right? There's nowhere else to go. By putting the C7 in, it's like asking a question. Remember the red thing is about tension, asking a question. And that makes you want to go to an F. So we get this. Home, but tension. And then we go on to the next section. Now, this is where things get really cool, because this should feel really familiar now. We've got the 4 chord. Da, da, da. D7, you know it's coming, right? Da, da, da. Look at this trick. Da, 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 da. Sound and look familiar? We've got that sneaky little diminished chord trick. Now, you don't have to really worry about why it's blue and is a diminished chord, because really you don't need any theory for this. The reason it works beautifully, and this is why particularly uke players love it in this key, is that all you need to do is dip back to go from C sharp diminished, which is this one, to G7. Sometimes they won't even write it down that it's a new chord. They'll just suggest a dip. So it's like you're taking the G back, right? And that's all that's happening there. You're just dipping the chord in effect. We have to give it a name because otherwise it's a bit weird, isn't it? Just having a chord that we don't have a name for. But that's in effect what they're doing for it. Hi Karen, hope you're doing well. You've got rain, but Karen's busy working on her fence today. That's why she's not been in for so long. So I hope it's all going well and you're not getting too wet, Karen. So fingers crossed you're all right. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at a couple more things, then we'll put that all together. Excuse me singing in a bit of an Elvis style. I can't help it. Whenever I sing Elvis, I always seem to do it. It's like when I do Bob Dylan and I have to do his voice, and it makes me miss our good friend who's no longer with us, Esther, amazing person. It always makes me miss her because she always used to love it when I used to sing in my silly Bob Dylan voice, my silly Elvis voice. So this one's for her, eh, when we play it. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're going to do on this one. We can do again, we can do a pentatonic scale. We can use the C major pentatonic scale because we're in the key of C. And what I'm going to suggest is we do this as a solo. Let's see where we can put this in. I think we'll put it in, yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. Can you see how it goes verse A, verse B, bridge? And then we've only got verse B in bridge here. I think what I'll do is after that first bridge, let's play a verse A instrumentally. So we're just playing those chords from verse A. So it's going to go verse A, verse B, bridge, instrumental verse A, verse B, bridge, and then a final verse B just to finish. And at the end, can you see where it says tremolo? That's just where we shake out a C7. It's a classic thing. It happens in a lot of Elvis songs where we just take the very tip of our index finger. We're going to take this hand shape and put this index finger down so it's at a right angle. Okay. The reason being because this part of the hand is less dense than this in terms of muscle mass. So when we do this, thumb on its own, these splayed out, we can get this nice kind of shake. And I'm just shaking from the wrist. I'll just get rid of this temporarily so you can see. I'm just shaking from the wrist. You know how I often say most of the strum comes from the elbow with a little wrist movement. Well, this is nearly all wrist. We just do a shake, C7 chord. And if your nail just very lightly touches the strings, we get this nice tremolo sound. And then we just gradually slow it down. Okay, so the last chord we're literally just going to go like that just to finish it off. We often do it, don't we guys, anyway at the end of songs, just because it's hard to resist. It just sounds so cool, doesn't it? That's the tremolo. That's a technical term for it. Not to be confused with tremolo with an E before the low at the end. That's kind of one of those wobbly things that you do on guitars, but this is tremolo, which is basically a shake at the end. Let me just show you again how cool it can sound when you hit some of the wrong notes, because it works on this one as well. And then you can have a little go at that solo I was telling you about. Just put Blue Hawaii on. Okay, close cam. So again, just all your dots on your A string. But if you want to make it a little bit fancier, fill in the gaps. See how even though those are some of the wrong notes, it kind of makes it sound really fun and kind of adds a little bit of, I guess, like a bit of jazziness to it, maybe a bit of bluesiness, which is really nice, which makes sense because this is kind of like a play, isn't it? Blue Hawaii, it's kind of like the sadness of Hawaii. This song's kind of basically just, it's kind of written as in you're in this most beautiful place in the world, but why don't you have the love of being with the love of your life? And well, maybe if all your dreams come true, that'll end up happening. That's basically the premise. Okay, boy meets girl. Okay, so let's keep it really simple. You can either do that island strum, it's that down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, or just strum up and down. A bit of swing sounds really lovely too, right? Just keeping it really, really simple. And let's have a go. We'll probably play this through a couple of times. Let's just do it once to get us going and see how we get on. Just remember, after the first bridge, you can take a little solo if you want. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Night and you and blue Hawaii. No worries, way. The night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me. Lovely you and blue Hawaii. while the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we. Take a solo. Just a short little one. Start bringing it to a close now. And we're on the second side. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true. This magic night of nights with you. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true. This magic night of nights with you. Tremolo, that's Caesar. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. Classic bit of the King, Elvis there. Love it. I absolutely love that song. Don't worry, Wayne. Wayne got his times mixed up, but you can always join in the replay, Wayne. And remember, that goes for everyone. If you ever miss the start of a session, or you get the wrong day or whatever, or if you're busy, you can always find these. If you go to learnukulele.com, go to the top and it will say things like learn and events. Click on the one that says live or live lessons, drop down menu, and there's a Kanikapila archive. And it's quite cool because there's literally hundreds and thousands of these that you can go back and enjoy, which is really, really terrific. Okay, let's do that one more time then. Let's try putting that all together. And then I'll stick around at the end. I'll show you, I've got a nice little instrumental, this one I can probably try, which is really, really nice. Suzanne says, never get tired of Elvis. I know you mean Elvis, Suzanne, don't worry. You're like me, I always hit the wrong key. Not saying you always do, I just mean just then. I always do though. Oh, nice. Fran brought out a little soprano for that. I love it. Colin, I've never seen Elvis typed out, but you can't not read that in Elvis, right? I know very much. Brilliant. Love it. Thank you. Oh, I love it. Laura says, worth waiting for or playing again and again. Brilliant. Love a good Elvis song. We did do an Elvis week a long time ago. Maybe we'd do another Elvis week. That could be fun, couldn't it? Thanks, Steve. Okay, guys, let's do it one more time. I might even play a little chord melody version if I can remember how to do it at the end for you, just for fun. But yeah, thanks for everything tonight. I hope you've really enjoyed yourselves. Let's play this one more time. Get your C chords ready. 1, 2, 3. Night and you and blue Hawaii. The night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me. Lovely you and blue Hawaii. With all this loveliness, there should be love. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. must be. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true this magic night of nights with you. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and mine could all come true this magic night of nights with you. Shake it out. Yeah, fantastic. Now, I absolutely love Elvis. I was quite obsessed with the film Blue Hawaii at the moment. And when me and Sharon got married, you know, we're a massive Beatles fan and we had a Beatles themed wedding. I did do some Beatles songs as well, but one of the songs that I played at our wedding ceremony before we exchanged vows was the Hawaiian wedding song, which is featured in the album Blue Hawaii. And if those that look really closest might have noticed that I actually wore an Elvis belt buckle that day. So that was really cool. We got married in Marylebone Town Hall, which was where Paul McCartney got married to Jane Asher. I think he might have got married to Linda McCartney there as well. I think he got married there twice. I'm only intending on doing it once. But I had a really special moment. I was sat in the waiting room while Sharon was doing the paperwork before we got ready to sign everything, and I was sat there and I had my ukulele and I was practicing the Hawaiian wedding song, and the lady that came in, the registrar, said, "You're sat in the exact bay window where Paul McCartney sat before he got married." I was like, yeah, that's so cool. That's so great. Thank you very much. That's cool. What else was I going to say about it? I was going to say something else about this, but I've completely forgotten it. Kind of been that important. Thanks, guys. Thank you. But it's it's a great song, isn't it? Really, really fantastic. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to tell you about that one. If you're feeling inspired, you can see why I did Hawaiian songs tonight. Do you remember my new event is tickets are available now, the Aloha Britain, Hawaiian Britain Ukulele Gathering, and there are the lovely folks that I'm dragging over from Hawaii: Craig Chi, Sarah Maisel, Corey Mao, and Jeff Peterson. We've never really done anything like this before, where we've had so many great artists over from Hawaii, and I'm so excited about it. It's just, I just cannot wait. They're brilliant, lovely people, and total experts in their field as well. So we're going to have, it's going to be slightly like the retreats that we've done, but slightly different. So we're going to make it a little bit more informal rather than set lessons at certain times. We're going to also have sort of lessons that are optional that you can or you don't have to take if you want to. We are going to do a history walk in Tewkesbury if you're a nerd. I'll take you to the battlefield, the very last battle of the War of the Roses, one of the bloodiest battles ever, if you want to know about all that stuff. Well, we're going to have some jamming down by the River Severn, which is going to be really lovely. There it is, the River Severn. And we'll obviously have all the amazing Hawaiian stuff. Corey Mao will teach you to sing in Hawaiian. Sarah and Craig will do their amazing stuff. And Jeff Peterson as well. He's going to play some slack key guitar for us as well, which would be really special, which is lovely. He's a fantastic player. If you haven't already seen him at one of the retreats, he's just incredible. And he actually won a Grammy Award for his songs on the soundtrack to the Descendants film. just amazing soundtracks. Kind of partly what really got me into Hawaiian music. Which is great. It's a beautiful hotel. It's called the Tewkesbury Park Hotel, and it's really gorgeous. So there's a swimming pool, there are gym facilities, and you can use all of these whilst you stay with us. There's a beautiful view. Where we sit, you actually see the Malvern Hills in the background, and at this time of year you'll get sunsets after dinner, which will be really nice. So when Sarah and Craig or Jeff and Corey are playing, you'll get this beautiful sunset in the background, which would be absolutely lovely. Yeah, totally, Charlene. Oh, it's been, I think, 2 or 3 years since I went to Hawaii. I can't quite remember exactly, but I would do anything to get out there again. I just love the place. I really do. I love the people. I love the land. I love the history. I find it all absolutely fascinating. It's just a magical place. So we'll bring a bit of it over to England, and then maybe we can get out there over there at some point. That'd be really good, wouldn't it? Thanks, Ange. Thanks, Auntie. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, can't wait to see you both. It's gonna be amazing. Fantastic. So if you do want to come along to the Aloha Britain event, tickets are on for sale now. I know it's almost a year in advance, this, but if you want to spread the payments, I worked out, I was quite proud of myself, how to add kind of payment options to the website. So you can pay in installments basically, and it's interest free as well, so you don't lose out. So if you want to spread the cost, do that. It's what I do on all my holidays now. So feel free to check that out as you do. Now, don't forget that this Wednesday, if you can join me in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, we've got our inaugural Learn Ukulele Club gathering, our very first club night, which I'm really excited about. So this is where we're going to do some open mic stuff, or not quite open mic, because we're going to be recorded videos. We're going to have our monthly workshop. We're going to do some live Ask Matt, so we'll see how we can help out people. I haven't had many questions for the first one. You can ask questions on the night as well. But if anyone's got any ukulele related questions they could send over before Wednesday, please ping them over in the subject of the email. Please say Ask Matt for the ukulele club night, because that'd be brilliant. It gives us somewhere to start, so I'm not just kind of waiting for people to type stuff. So any questions, ping them in advance, and then we're going to have a pub discussion where we just chat a bit like we do at the end of Kanikapila here, but we can take our time with it, so I'm not in such a rush, and we can really enjoy it and chat about your ukulele, and also discuss ideas for what we're doing next. So I really want it to feel like a really relaxed, nice, really nice vibe as well. So come and join me with that if you can. If you're not a member, just check out learnukulele.com. You can join at either, oh my gosh, I've made that tiny. Have I done that? One day. I've been doing this for like 5 years now, and I still can't get these avatars to be the right size. Sorry, Lorna, I managed to shrink you. Oh, it's the first time you've been here as well, and I shrunk you on your first visit. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's been lovely to have you here, Lorna. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Laura saying, lucky to spend an evening with Craig and Sarah some years ago in, I'm going to pronounce this probably wrong, in Alethan. And then with Jeff at Ukulele Retreat Magic. And we're getting them all in one go. And you're coming, Laura. So it's going to be amazing. I was chuffed when I saw that you were. Fantastic. Oh, thanks, Jan. Yeah. Wayne, absolutely not too late to submit a song, and I'd love one more to feature. So please do. Just ping it to the normal place, Wayne. In the subject address, if you just put open mic for the ukulele club, just so it'll stand out and I can look for it and feature it. Absolutely, Wayne, I'd love to have you on. So yes please, absolutely. And Jan, and thank you so much for mentioning that. I almost forgot to say that, just remember, I mentioned it at the start, but some of you joined in the middle. Next week I'm off, so next week no Kanikapila, the week after back to normal. All right, it's because I'm on daddy duty, so I'm going to watch Bobby play the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood. He's got his costume all ready and everything, and he's raring to go. Apparently, he's got 70 lines to remember. I can't even remember about 20 lines from a song, let alone 70. So hopefully, it'll be good. He's been practicing away in his room, so it should be good. Should be good. But yeah, if you want to join us if you do want to join us this Thursday, it's going to be 7 o'clock UK time. You can watch it back anytime as well in the usual place and get the links in the usual way, which should be fabulous. Don't forget the event that Matt's putting on as well, different Matt, in Birmingham next month. I had to check it wasn't July then, just to be sure. I said next month. This is at the Eagle and Ball in Birmingham, really nice pub. Really nice pizza. We're going to have a pizza buffet. We're going to teach you how to play fingerstyle ukulele, jamming and performances. So I will be teaching in person here, and Matt will be as well. So you'll get lots of time with us to kind of ask questions and learn from us, which should be fantastic. And there's some performance opportunities here. So this is in Birmingham at the Eagle and Ball, I think it is. Is it Eagle and Ball? I think so, yeah. And 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The link is on the flyer. You can't click it from here, but it's on my events page as well and on Facebook and things like that. So, yeah. Jacinta asks how I feel about my son playing a baddie. I love it. Do you know what? I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great. All my favourite characters, I'm a bit worried this says something about me, but I like the baddies in films. I grew up with James Bond in the 1980s. My era was Roger Moore, and I loved Jaws, you know, the metal teeth and everything. He was like one of my favourite film characters of all time. And yeah, and I love Alan Rickman, you know. Love Actually, he plays a baddie. Harry Potter, he plays a baddie. It's so good, you know. So, yeah, they get to have fun, don't they, which is nice. As long as he doesn't get typecast, as long as he's not a baddie in every school play, then I'd start to worry. He might be start getting a bit but I'm sure he won't. So, fantastic, fantastic. What else have I got going on? I can't remember now. Oh, Colin, yeah, I've had a problem with that tip jar for ages. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try and get it sorted. So if anyone's tried to send me a tip and it hasn't worked, I do really, really appreciate you trying, and I will get to the bottom of it and figure it out. So it's not been working for a little while. Hopefully by next time I'll get that sorted. Thanks, Colin. And I really appreciate you trying to send me a tip. It does mean a lot. But yeah, I need to get it sorted. It's all to do with accepting cards and stuff, and I think that I need to tweak something on my website. So yeah, I love teaching ukulele, and I love teaching you guys online like this, but the website stuff, oh my goodness, I do find it hard sometimes. Oh, I thought of one more thing I should tell you about. We've still got loads of tickets left for Cheltenham. So if you want to come, we've got some of the best ukulele players from around the world, coming from America and Europe and all over the place, in fact. And they're all descending in Cheltenham, 14th to 16th of August. We've got the very first, the debut of Langley Ukulele Ensemble, who are the guys that were featured with Pete Luongo in the Mighty Uke film. Absolutely inspiring, brilliant kids playing, and the Legacy Ensemble are playing as well. Amazing acts. Come and join in if you can. That's this August. Not long now, actually. And we've also got, I think we might have one ticket left for the Forest Ukulele Retreat this summer as well, if you're interested. So do check that out. Oh, thanks, Colin. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Love a bit of Nick Drake. He's just amazing, isn't he? Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, thank you, Di. I should be, I'll slip you your bribe later for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, you guys. Well, I shall love and leave you. Have a fantastic couple of days. Stay cool. And hopefully I'll see you all Wednesday evening for our very first ukulele club. Who knows how it'll go? Hopefully it'll all work and it'll all be fantastic. But we're in it together, right? So we'll have loads of fun this Wednesday evening. I'll see you there, 7 o'clock. And hopefully all us peeps from England will be smiling because it's the football match just before. And we're going to win, right? We're going to win. All right, take care everyone, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.